Have you ever seen yourself die? I have. I was just a normal mid-20s college graduate when that horrific nightmare occurred. It was not like any experience I had been through before, and now it is my every waking nightmare. My story begins like that of many recent college graduates, living in the city without a real job. I recently graduated from Miskatonic University with a degree in art history, a worthless degree which unfortunately is a realization that came to me in my senior year. I had no real job except working at a rundown old club in the seedier side of town. I wasn't skilled enough to be anything like a bartender, who nowadays are part performer, part showman, and a little part drink servers. No, I worked there just making sure any punk who thought he could miraculously make it in the music business wasn't in a foul mood or killed by gang members who didn't like his lyrics. It was one of my nights off when my friends, I call them friends because that was what I thought they were before those events occurred, convinced me to spend a night of luxury in the very place that I worked. I wished to any and all deities that I had not been insane enough to go that night, but I went along with them anyway. Scientists say that by this age, my brain should have matured to support my decision-making processes. I should not have made such rash and potentially dangerous choices. I made all of them anyway. Perhaps it was because I was depressed about having no real career and that I was wasting my life. Perhaps it was because my brain, due to some forgotten event, was stunted and had not matured enough to make competent choices. Lastly, perhaps I just did whatever I felt like. But whatever the reason, I consumed a dangerous cocktail of drugs that evening. I remember smoking things that my so-called friends had brought with them. I remember needles and a rush of pure bliss. I remember taking pills that quickly followed with mind-numbingly bright colors and shapes beyond imagination. I know I drank, injected, swallowed, and inhaled many substances that night. I will never know what those substances were. I could never reproduce the myriad narcotics in my body that night, and I wouldn't want to, even if I could, because I believe that unique combination of drugs caused them to notice me. Some people who use recreational drugs believe they alter the user. Some say hallucinogens allow us to see truths just beyond our normal perceptions. They say hallucinogens temporarily alter our brains to perceive things, lacking a single term for these reality distortions that aren't quite material. They claim our minds in this altered state see hidden truths, but our waking brains see them as hallucinations because we cannot comprehend this defiance of the reality we know as human beings. I'm not a scientist, but this is the only logical explanation I have for how these events began. I don't know how I managed to make it back to my apartment after my night of stupid debauchery, but I woke up there. I woke in that hellhole the next day around noon, my clothes ruined by stains, and my phone dead. I thought that was probably a good thing, because I had no clue what I had done the night before and didn't want anyone telling me the details. My head was pounding, and my heartbeat felt like a sledgehammer wrecking the inside of my body. I muttered some curse word or another as I made my way to the bathroom that morning.